After much designing, and much welding, and much grinding, much fitting, and much redesigning, we got a rough draft. So here's the bumper. What's unique about this bumper is it's actually storage. So I got a little box there, and a little box there, and it's pretty big. It's probably about 24 inches by about 13 inches. Oh, and I forgot to mention much polishing. So both sides open. One's for plumbing and one's for electrical. It's actually going to still get another step there. I need to take the whole thing apart again and make a little bit of adjustability into it so I can line it up with the body just right. We're getting close. Tomorrow I should finish the bumper. Then I can put the other step in. And once all that fits, I can take it apart again, paint everything, install my generator, install the bumper, and then I can get to electrical work. It's taking me longer than I expected with that bumper though. Okay, so this is the final revision of the sliding generator gantry. That'll slide all the way out. All the way back in. So I think we're ready to put the generator on next. Look at that. It's a pretty big gap. It's impacting right here. Gotta fix that. So I just drilled some new holes, created some clearance, everything bolted right together. So my next biggest problem is this muffler. The way that it's located actually impacts where the bumper needs to be and also the framework that holds the bumper. What I intend to do is to relocate this around behind the generator and work the pipe work so it comes out like it should. Alright, as wonky as it may be, this is our new exhaust manifold. It moves the muffler to the back side of the generator and faces it pointing, exhausting to the driver's side. It's more like a plumbing fixture, but this is actually part of a dirt bike. It came out of the scrap pile. I bought this one, and this is more dirt bike tubing right here. It's actually the perfect size. So now we're going to bolt it all together. Alright, the generator is mostly in, except for the electrical line. I ran the fuel line already. The exhaust is all bolted up. Next I'm going to fit the framework for the bumper on, just to make sure I have good clearance for the fuel lines and the electrical lines. Got something in my eye. Sharp. Just can't see it. Alright, after much flushing and discomfort, there it is. Just the tiniest piece of aluminum. My eye is not happy. And I wasn't drilling or anything, it just fell from somewhere. Bumper's on. I made a step, and I also made a cover plate to cover the generator. Still got to make these side plates here, and maybe one for underneath. Polish all that up, and then I can put my taillights in. But everything fits good. Rolls right out. Closes up. And I got a little locking tab right there. I can put a padlock through there. Keep everything shut and tight.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition, and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear.
So as it turns out, the city told me that my freezer had to come out of the truck because it was not commercial grade. So As much as I argued it, couldn't change their minds. So here I'm going and removing my brand new freezer that only pulls 1.6 amps, and I'm going to be installing a commercial grade freezer that pulls close to 6 amps, which is the problem because I only have a small battery bank on the truck to operate the freezers. What I learned later, after I took this freezer out and put another freezer in, is they changed their mind. Then I took the second freezer back out and put this freezer back in. And this is currently the freezer that I'm running now.
Here, you do it, Clark. Are we on video? Yep. We're starting Starship Ice!
Not I, Father. I didn't drop the whole roll of toilet paper in the
Hello,
toilet.
guys.
Certainly
My mom
not
was
I,
yelling at me
Father.
today. Oh, we're going to work.
Well, this is it. I do have one more of these freezers that I'm going to bring out, but I haven't been able to get it out yet. Nothing too fancy. That's it. Alright, go wash your hands, grubby. Clarky Pabunski reporting from Starbase 1.
Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. On past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit stand. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me? Am I floating around in a tin can? Far above the moon.
What's going on? I just wanted to give everybody an update. Starship is like 99% done. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in the mobile food unit permits and everything probably Tuesday. But that, it's good enough to call it done, enough to get my inspections. so done that even we have ice cream in the freezer. Want some?